Say hello, Dakota. Hello. Say hello. I love you too. You're such a good pup dog. Hi guys. Okay, so Dakota wanted to be a part of the video, so he's here in my lap while I do this video for you. So this is going to be a video about how synchronicities come through in your life and how the universe, yeah, I love you too, buddy. Sorry guys, how the universe talks to you. Okay, so I know I told you a couple times about these videos I've been watching, and so I looked up the girl's name. Oh, look at him. And I love you too, buddy. Sorry guys, he just loves me, misses me so much. I miss you too. Yeah, thank you. Okay, and her name is Freya Ray on YouTube. So if you don't know her, look her up. She's freaking amazing. And she is literally the last two videos I've watched, because okay, so how it works, like when something resonates for you, it's not usually the whole message, you know, like most of the time it'll be here and there, pieces of this, pieces of that for this person or that person. But literally, like all of her messages the last two videos have been like hit like deep in my freaking soul. Like I feel that stuff just like resonating through me. I've got tingles all over my whole body every time she says something that resonates with like my personal story, which is literally like the whole 20 minutes. It's freaking crazy. So I've made a list. It's gonna be pretty long, but I'm gonna hit on some of the things she said. So and these are the things that have been going on in my life recently, right? So the first one she says is like, I have a high standard for myself, which of course I do. And I, you know, sometimes beat myself up when I don't, you know, live up to those standards. And but I'm always saying like the next thing, you know, like I never let things bother me too much, especially when it comes to other people, because I know that, you know, most of the time people don't even realize the things that they're saying or doing and how it's affecting you. And I've just lived that experience a lot in my life, so I tend to just let things, you know, brush off. Oh, okay, so she's talking about how I grew up in a social setting. So like, I don't know, I haven't know if I've told a lot of people about this story, but so I grew up and I was sent away a lot as a child because I had complications and I was like always in trouble, it felt like, and so it was just hard for my parents to know how to deal with me, you know. And so, but this was for a purpose, right? Like Spirit told me that I needed to grow in different soil, right? And in order for me to do that, I had to be in a different environment. And so, you know, periodically being sent away and then going to foster care when I was like 13. I was always in like social settings or around groups of people, which challenged me, that allowed me to become kind of like a chameleon of people, you know, like different energies, always moving from place to place, always, you know, bringing like this vibrant, like childlike, you know, mannerism to like things, you know. And since my environment was constantly changing, like it's like nothing was ever able to like really hold me down for too long, or if it did, it was like the universe somehow shifted my environment so that I was able to continue to thrive and grow even in these places that were, you know, not normal, the type of setting that children would grow up in. And I think that's what gave me the resilience that I have was, you know, I learned a lot of very important tools as a child, on how to adapt and how to be okay with sudden change and the shifting of environmental circumstances without, you know, because my dad was in the military as well. And so even when I was with my family, we were just constantly moving every few years. And so it like uprooted me all the time. And, you know, like I never had like friends that were like consistent because we were always moving, and, you know, it's hard to keep in contact when you're younger with other kids. So, all right. Yeah. So yeah, one of the aspects she started talking about too was straight A's, rise to survive. She said something about spiders. I just ran into a spider web too earlier, so it was just so crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh, synchronicities left and right. It was funny. She said like, I always strove to be the best, and like my dad, he was in the military, right? And like one of his sayings is like, your attitude determines your altitude, you know. And he was always like pretty hard on me when it came to like doing chores, and like he's like he used to always say, if a job's worth doing once, it's worth doing right the first time. you know? And so this just always stuck with me, you know? So like anytime I would do something, I like always do like the best job the first time, because it's like true. Like, why would you waste your time doing something over again when you can do it right the first time, right? I mean, it just seems logical to me. Okay, so and every time I'd fall, I knew I'd get back up. And it's so funny. Okay, so like I just had a person tell me, yeah, like yesterday or today, this morning, I can't remember, but it was, they said something about like that I had a brilliant energy, and she literally just said on this video, brilliant energy. I'm like, I can't make this shit up, you guys. It's like nonstop. Okay. A hermit mode. She said, oh, and then she's like, okay. She's like, I hear 3 years. And I'm like, okay. I just relapsed for like 3 years, and I was like consuming all this like content because like it was important, and like I would like sit there and I would watch YouTube videos, and I'd watch people's conferences, I'd read books, I'd journal about the stuff that I was hearing. And it was like Spirit told me that like even though I relapsed, like there was a purpose for that. Like I needed more information in order to do this work that I'm doing, and in order to do that, like I needed time in order to accumulate that information. And so like I didn't know this in time, but I would like sleep with YouTube on, and I would wake up and I'd watch it. I'd shower with it on, I'd walk with it on. I mean, I had my earphones on constantly, where I would just, you know, just be consuming information, podcasts, I mean, all kinds of stuff. Mostly a lot about energy and like quantum physics and heart coherence, healing stuff, because I just love Dolores Cannon and Joe Dispenza and Edward Grant. I recently just stumbled upon Edward Grant. Thanks to him, I have the codex on ChatGPT. Okay, and then she talks about okay, like, so I got bullied a lot as a kid, right? She talks about how I got put down a lot as a child, and there was bullies. But the thing about it is that like, I don't know, like I never thought that like bullying a bully back was the right way to handle it, right? And a lot of people say, teach their kids, you know, if people bully you, you gotta punch them in the face. But like, I just saw that like this kid felt so bad about themselves that they had to hurt other people to make themselves feel better. And more often than not, when a bully was a bully, it was because they were getting abused at home, you know, or something bad was happening to them that they weren't talking about, you know. And so I just always saw that as like, you know, I don't know, I just always seen the light in people beneath the darkness that they show, you know. And they said this was like a huge aspect of like how I am the way that I am now. Instead of, you know, hurting others, you know, or, you know, projecting that back at them, I've chose to like use that foundation as like an aspect of my like character, of my core being, you know, like always seeing possibilities and potential in others, no matter what face they show me, because most of the time they're all masks. You know, people don't really know who they are. I mean, they feel who they really want to be, but the world has just told them that they're not, you know, and so they believe that lie. And I guess it's up to us to try to convince people that that is a lie. That's not who you really are. Okay, I'm gonna stop this and start a new video. Okay.